What is the biblical support of the holy seeds? When I first read Isaiah 53, which really begins in Isaiah 52:13, it was right after I'd gone to California with my autobiography in hand looking for Robert Gist. That's when I read the Bible from beginning to end, the only time that I read the entire Bible. After reading Isaiah 53, I felt it was about me. I later learned it was supposed to be about Jesus at the first coming. I came to the conclusion that it was about both the first and second comings. However, if it was only about one coming, and if I had to choose which one it was about, the second coming in me would make more sense than the first coming in Jesus. Some of the reasons why are as follows, related to the graduation process theory I've developed. The best translation I've seen is the Jehovah Bible, the New World Translation. Isaiah 52:13 through 15 is me after I get the movies made of the autobiography. Isaiah 53:3 in the Jehovah Bible is different in that most Bibles say that people hid their faces from the character talked about in Isaiah 53, but the Jehovah one says that that character hid his face from everyone else, which makes more sense when related to my bio. What is especially interesting is something I found the other day at www.whatjewsbelieve.org/prooftextIS53.html. Isaiah 53:5 in the Jehovah Bible says, "But he was being pierced for our transgression. He was being crushed for our errors. The chastisement meant for our peace was upon him, and because of his wounds there has been a healing for us." I interpreted the words "for our transgression" and "for our errors" as being because of our transgression and because of our errors. Now, at that website, the original Hebrew translation backs up my translation. Also, I had read in a 1907 Red Letter Christian Bible, just before I did my 1982 13-day fast on the Venice Beach, that an alternative reading of Isaiah 53:9 used the words "in his deaths" instead of what most Bibles say, "in his death." In his deaths meant to me that Jesus dies more than once, which is what this incarnation is all about, is Christ. The Jehovah Bible is like most Bibles in that it says in 53:9, "And he will make his burial place even with the wicked ones, and with the rich class in his death, despite the fact that he had done no violence and there was no deception in his mouth." Even without using the plural, it appears to be two different deaths. The first death was with the wicked ones, like those he was next to on the cross, and this time with the rich class because of the success I should have with the movies being made. The site also says, according to the original Hebrew translation, to read "in his death," the text would have to read "be moto." Since the word "be moto yv" actually means "in his deaths," then for Jesus to fulfill this verse, he must therefore come back to earth and die at least another time. The Jehovah Bible in Malachi 3:16 through 17 talks about the book and a special property. At that time, those in fear of Jehovah spoke with one another, each one with his companion, and Jehovah kept paying attention and listening, and a book of remembrance began to be written up before him for those in fear of Jehovah and for those thinking upon his name. "And they will certainly become mine," Jehovah of armies has said, "at the day when I am producing a special property, and I will show compassion upon them, just as a man shows compassion upon his son who is serving him. And you people will certainly see the distinction between a righteous one and a wicked one, between one serving God and one who has not served him." The book is my autobiography upon which the three movies will be based: Dear Hearts and Gentle People, Hearts 2, and Hearts 3. This next quote is bothersome to me, but I must bring it up. It may or may not apply to me. The reason I don't like it is the part that says, "And against the Prince of Princes he will stand up, but it will be without hand that he will be broken." Here is the whole quote from Daniel 8, 23 through 27. And in the final part of their kingdom, as the transgressors act to a completion, there will stand up a king, fierce in countenance and understanding ambiguous sayings. And his power must become mighty, but not by his own power. And in a wonderful way he will cause ruin, and he will certainly prove successful and do effectively. And he will actually bring mighty ones to ruin, also the people made up of the holy ones. And according to his insight, he will also certainly cause deception to succeed in his hand. And in his heart he will put on great airs, and during a freedom from care he will bring many to ruin. And against the Prince of Princes he will stand up, but it will be without hand that he will be broken. And the thing seen concerning the evening and the morning, which has been said, it is true. And you, for your part, keep secret the vision, because it is yet for many days. And as for me, Daniel, I felt exhausted and was made sick for some days. Then I got up and did the work of the king, but I kept showing myself numbed on account of the things seen, and there was nobody understanding it. The mighty ones being brought to ruin could be the ones helping me get the movies made. Unfortunately, this quote needs to be considered. The final quote is from Acts 13, 38 through 41. Let it therefore be known to you, brothers, that through this one a forgiveness of sins is being published to you, and that from all the things from which you could not be declared guiltless by means of the law of Moses, everyone who believes is declared guiltless by means of this one. Therefore, see to it that what is said in the prophets does not come upon you. Behold it, you scorners, and wonder at it, and vanish away, because I am working a work in your days, a work that you will by no means believe, even if anyone relates it to you in detail. What I have shown you is all in detail.